In this video, you're going to learn the most profitable accounting niches and the 6 steps necessary to dominate any niche. Okay, so there's a growing problem in the accounting industry, and that's called niche FOMO. And it's basically when you try to pursue an accounting niche willy-nilly just because maybe it's hot right now or because everyone else is doing it. So instead of trying to cater to every client and every niche today, I'm going to show you how to pick a niche that is the perfect mix of what you really love to do, yet is actually very profitable. So not too competitive, yet very strong growth projections. So this is what I refer to as the Goldilocks niche. Now the question that I get asked the most by accountants that I work with is, Mark, how do I find a niche for my accounting firm? It's always a difficult decision to make, and you can feel like you're missing out on other businesses that you could work with, or if you were to specialize in a particular niche. So again, classic niche FOMO, classic fear of missing out. Today you're going to learn the 6 steps to selecting a niche for your accounting firm. But first, why don't we start with the numbers? So let's just say the numbers are pretty staggering. Okay, so the 5 fastest growing and most profitable accounting niches in 2022 are Saas, or Software as a Service. Saas is growing at a rapid pace with no signs of slowing down. The market is expected to grow from $131 billion in 2021 to $716 billion in 2028 at a compound annual growth rate of 27.5% during this forecasted period. Accounting for Saas is anything but simple, and a lot of startup founders just don't prioritize for Saas when they're getting their business up and running. This can cause a lot of stress and missed opportunity down the road when these SaaS companies are looking to scale or even to go public. Because SaaS companies typically operate as subscription businesses, they need unique accounting, tax, and advisory services. And I can say this from personal experience, having launched my own SaaS company called BookGel. So BookGel is a cloud-based platform that helps accountants stop underpricing their services, shows what the competition is charging in your area, and what you should be charging for your accounting services no matter what niche you're in. Medical practices. Healthcare is one of the fastest growing sectors worldwide. In the US alone, employment in healthcare is projected to grow by 15% from 2019 to 2025. The market size and revenue of the medical practice industry is $381 billion in 2022. The pandemic brought about a rapid investment in modernization across the healthcare sector. Lawmakers and healthcare providers alike are looking for opportunities to move away from fee-for-service reimbursement towards value-based models that drive costs lower and result in higher quality outcomes. This is creating a lot of opportunities for accountants who serve physicians and medical practices. Independent physicians, hospital-based physician groups, and other medical practice owners are often so busy serving patients that they just don't have time to properly maintain their accounting. Few have the experience to manage it well either. Cannabis. At an $11.3 billion total available market, cannabis is quickly becoming one of the more profitable niches out there, but it does have its drawbacks. While cannabis and CBD-related products are available in many states, it's not legal on a federal level. And there are drawbacks like the inability to deduct typical business expenses due to the 280E section of the IRS code. Now, I don't pretend to be anywhere near expert in the cannabis space myself, but I want to introduce someone who is, and that is Andrew Hunziker, CPA and founder of Dope CFO. So Dope CFO is a premier coaching program for starting and scaling cannabis and hemp niche practices for accountants. So this is what Andrew has to say about how can someone break into the cannabis accounting niche.
There are levels of knowledge. Now, if someone comes to me and say, Andrew, last week I was selling cars, and this week I'm taking a bookkeeping course, I'm just getting into accounting, I would probably say, yes, get your feet wet a little bit. I like people to at minimum have a couple of accounting courses under their belt to get into cannabis accounting. It's pretty complicated.
Okay, well, thanks, Andrew. I'm definitely going to drop a note below into the show notes on how to find out more about Dope CFO. Real estate. The global real estate market was valued at $6.9 trillion back in 2018 and is projected to reach $8.7 billion by 2026, growing at a compound annual growth rate of 2.8% from 2019 to 2026. Many people purchased vacation homes during the pandemic to have a safe place to stay on weekends. Sites like Airbnb, HomeAway, VRBO make it easy for property owners to rent out their vacation homes while not in use, but dealing with the tax issues of short-term rentals is anything but easy. In fact, federal tax rules are pretty complicated, and many state and local governments are really cracking down on property owners who skirt their lodging tax or occupancy tax obligations. So real estate can be a fast-growing niche market for accountants because your clientele can include investors, both domestic and international, brokerage firms, and property management firms. Virtual currency. Virtual currency, also referred to as cryptocurrency, this ecosystem is revolutionizing the world of finance and growing at a rapid clip that shows little signs of slowing. However, navigating this new frontier and ensuring tax compliance can prove challenging, as many tax clients are unaware of their obligations for reporting and paying taxes on cryptocurrency transactions. This is presenting a host of growth opportunities for those accounting firms that are equipped with the right resources and expertise. There's no doubt that cryptocurrency, perhaps once viewed as just a buzzword or fad, is here to stay. Consider this. A recent study by Cornerstone Advisors found that 15% of American adults currently own some form of cryptocurrency, and more than half of these investors are first-timers. The cryptocurrency market size is expected to grow from $1.6 billion in 2021 to $2.2 billion by 2026. And my friends, things are really getting real. So if you haven't seen it, recently El Salvador has become the first country in the world to make the cryptocurrency Bitcoin legal tender.
That is why next week I will send to Congress a bill that will make Bitcoin a legal tender in El Salvador.
As a niche choice, crypto is still in its very early days, so the sooner you understand the industry, the sooner you too can become a subject matter expert, like my favorite crypto CPA, Irene Watchler. Irene specializes in crypto taxation and happens to be one of our earliest BookJow members. You can download Irene's 38-page free guide to blockchain and virtual currencies for an excellent primer on what it's like to get into this industry. I'll drop the full guide in the show notes below. And if you're an accountant or a tax pro really looking to deep dive and getting into this industry a bit further, I'm going to also hit you with another free resource in the notes below. It's called The Complete Guide to Crypto Accounting and Taxes, and you can grab that for free as well. So how do you actually pick an accounting niche? Here are the 6 steps. Step 1, consider your existing specializations. Take a look at what you're already doing well. Make a list of your current clients, the businesses, the industries that you serve, and whether or not they're profitable. Which ones do you find most interesting or like working with most? Which ones do you or your team just love picking up the phone when they call you? Who pays you the most? If you can honestly answer these questions, then you've really done the hard part, so these niches will start to materialize in front of you. Step 2, research the market. Gather data about the industries you want to serve. What's the outlook? What challenges are these business owners facing? Are dozens of other firms focusing on this niche, or is there an unmet demand in that industry? For example, cannabis is red hot right now, and between my 2 companies, BookJow and BizPayo, it's just one of the many niches that we help accountants hone in on. We're thrilled to be working with some of the top accountants who specialize in cannabis and CBD and are really commanding a premium for their services. It's never been a better time to be part of such a rapidly growing industry. So bottom line, find your cause and you find your calling. Step 3, ask questions to expand your service offerings. Select a few clients or prospects in the niche and set up discovery calls. Now these calls aren't about selling a specific service. They're more about just understanding exactly what's going on in that niche and asking questions that go beyond accounting and tax services. Ask business owners what keeps them up at night, what challenges and opportunities they see, what services that their current accountant just doesn't offer. So, this will really help you build out your accounting niche to offer those value-added services to your existing client base. For an example of how to have that conversation with clients and really position your value, see my latest publication called Most Accountants Are Lowballing the Fees and How to Fix. I'll include the direct download link in the show notes below. Step 4, diversify your niche. Selecting a niche doesn't mean putting all your eggs in one basket. You're better off selecting a few complementary niches to diversify your risk. Spreading your services across different industries helps diversify your risk because when one particular industry experiences a downturn, the other may be booming. Step 5, become a go-to resource for your niche. To grow your niche, you need to be where the clients are. Where do business owners and decision makers in that particular niche tend to hang out? What publications or websites do they read? Where are their peer communities? And if you're looking to connect with a community of like-minded entrepreneurial accountants who are really building some of the most profitable niches today, I'd like to invite you to our Profit Playbook Facebook group, and I'll include that also in the link below. Step 6, invest in marketing for your accounting niche. To build a successful practice, you need to invest in marketing. Marketing helps you to find those potential clients and to cultivate a brand that really speaks to your target audience. Consider a niche-specific website or designated landing pages that speaks to each niche on your existing site. Help businesses find you with niche-specific marketing tactics. This includes creating helpful content that's geared toward that specific industry. Help businesses find you with specific marketing tactics, like including helpful content geared specifically towards that industry, like Irene did with her crypto guide. Speaking directly to business owners in your particular focus sector will help you stand out from a sea of people that are just focusing on general accounting services and give you that competitive edge. Okay, and one of the most important takeaway points from this is that a niche doesn't have to be an industry. You can niche based on revenue range, staff size, location, specific goals, age groups, really anything you want. So for example, you could focus on e-commerce businesses on Amazon or Michelin star restaurants in California. I looked that up, by the way. There are 90 of them. YouTube influencers. The possibilities are really endless. So the sky is really the limit. Okay, so here's the secret to success for niche accounting firms. Developing a successful practice doesn't mean firing your existing clients and starting a niche focused firm from scratch. Gradually start to acquire more clients in your target niche, focus on developing your expertise and reputation in the industry, and your niche will grow over time. The more clients you serve in your chosen niche, the more you'll learn about them and the more you'll be able to service them. Before you know it, potential clients will seek you out as the go-to expert in the industry, the subject matter expert, and naturally your profits will grow along with your reputation. Okay, so if you're looking to take your accounting practice to the next level, go ahead and click on the next video. In this video, this is where I share my personal digital marketing strategy and break down how the best accounting practices get the most profitable leads.